When we watch Cristiano Ronaldo on a football pitch, we are not just watching a game. We are witnessing a masterclass in applied physics. Every sprint, every jump, and every strike of the ball is a perfect demonstration of scientific principles in action. Ronaldo has sculpted his body and refined his technique over decades, turning himself into a living laboratory for human performance. He intuitively understands forces, angles, and energy in a way that few others can. His fame is built not just on talent, but on a deep, almost unconscious mastery of the physical laws that govern the world around us. This unique combination of athletic prowess and physical intelligence is what separates him from his peers and makes him a true icon of the sport. We often talk about athletes in terms of passion and determination, which are undeniably crucial. However, beneath the surface of this emotional drive lies a cold, hard science. The power in Ronaldo's legs, the speed of his reactions, and the height he achieves in the air are all measurable quantities. They can be broken down, analyzed, and understood through the lens of physics. His body is an engine, converting chemical energy from his diet into the kinetic energy we see in his explosive movements. Understanding this allows us to appreciate his achievements on a much deeper level, moving beyond simple admiration to a genuine comprehension of the mechanics behind his magic on the field. The modern era of sports has brought with it an incredible array of tools to study athletes like Ronaldo. High-speed cameras can capture every subtle movement, breaking down a sprint or a kick into thousands of individual frames. Data analytics can track a player's position on the field, measuring the efficiency of their runs and the probability of their shots finding the back of the net. What was once considered pure, unexplainable talent can now be quantified. This data-driven approach doesn't diminish the wonder of what Ronaldo does. Instead, it enhances it. It shows us that his brilliance is not an accident, but the result of a perfectly tuned physical system operating at the limits of human potential. This intersection of sport and science is what makes Ronaldo such a fascinating subject. He is a testament to what can be achieved when raw athletic ability is honed by an almost scientific dedication to improvement. His career is a long-term experiment in peak performance, with each match providing new data points on his capabilities. We see the results in his incredible goal-scoring record and his collection of trophies. But the real story is written in the language of physics, in the newtons of force he generates, the velocity of his shots, and the perfect parabolic arc of his legendary free kicks. He is, in every sense, a physical phenomenon. One of Cristiano Ronaldo's most iconic skills is his breathtaking vertical leap. When he rises to meet a cross, he seems to hang in the air, defying gravity for a split second longer than anyone else. This is not magic, it is physics. To achieve such height, Ronaldo generates an enormous amount of force against the ground in an incredibly short amount of time. This explosive power comes from his leg muscles, which act like powerful springs. He crouches low, storing potential energy, and then releases it in a sudden burst, converting it into the kinetic energy that propels him upwards. His ability to generate this power so quickly is what gives him the initial velocity needed to reach heights that rival those of professional basketball players. Once airborne, Ronaldo's body control is just as important. He pulls his knees up towards his chest, which raises his center of mass. This simple biomechanical trick gives the illusion that he is floating, as it allows his head and torso to remain at their peak height for a fraction of a second longer. This crucial moment is when he often makes contact with the ball, using his perfect timing to gain an advantage over defenders. It is a calculated and practiced movement, a physical solution to the problem of out-jumping an opponent. He isn't just jumping. He is engineering a moment in the air to maximize his opportunity to score. His speed across the ground is equally impressive and is also governed by the principles of physics. A powerful sprint is about more than just moving your legs fast. It is about applying force to the ground in the most efficient way possible. Ronaldo's running technique is a model of efficiency. He maintains an upright posture and drives his arms powerfully to counterbalance the motion of his legs, ensuring that all his energy is directed forward. Each stride is a carefully controlled explosion, pushing off the ground with maximum force to propel his body forward. This sustained power output allows him to accelerate past defenders and create space for himself on the pitch. The science behind his speed and jumping ability is a key part of his success. In a game decided by inches and seconds, These physical advantages make a huge difference. Being able to run faster and jump higher than the person marking you is a fundamental asset. For Ronaldo, these are not just natural gifts, they are skills he has relentlessly honed through intense physical training. He has built his body into a machine perfectly designed for the demands of elite football, a machine that operates according to the clear and predictable laws of physics. His physical dominance is a direct result of his dedication to mastering these forces. Every time Cristiano Ronaldo strikes a football, a complex series of physical events unfolds. The power of his shot is legendary, often reaching speeds of over 100 kilometers per hour. This incredible velocity is the result of a perfectly executed transfer of energy. The process begins with his run-up, where he builds kinetic energy. This energy flows through his body in a chain, from his planted standing foot, up through his hips and torso, and finally into his kicking leg. As he swings his leg forward, it acts like a whip, accelerating rapidly to make contact with the ball. The force he imparts at the moment of impact is what sends the ball flying towards the goal at such astonishing speeds. But power is nothing without accuracy, and this is where the physics of his technique becomes even more interesting. The spin he puts on the ball is crucial. For his famous knuckleball free kicks, he strikes the ball dead center with minimal follow-through. This technique minimizes the spin on the ball, causing it to travel through the air with an erratic and unpredictable flight path. The lack of spin makes the ball susceptible to tiny changes in air pressure, causing it to dip and swerve unexpectedly. This phenomenon, known as the Magnus effect, or in this case the lack thereof, makes it incredibly difficult for goalkeepers to predict the ball's trajectory and react in time. In other situations, Ronaldo deliberately uses spin to his advantage. When he curls a shot around a defensive wall, he strikes the ball off-center. This impact causes the ball to rotate rapidly as it flies. According to the Magnus effect, the side of the ball spinning in the direction of travel experiences lower air pressure, while the opposite side experiences higher pressure. This pressure difference creates a force that pushes the ball sideways, causing it to curve beautifully into the corner of the net. Mastering this technique requires an intuitive understanding of fluid dynamics and an incredible amount of practice to apply the right amount of force at the precise point on the ball. Ultimately, Ronaldo's kicking prowess is a blend of raw power and subtle artistry, all underwritten by the laws of physics. Whether he's blasting a shot with pure force or bending it with calculated spin, he is manipulating the forces of nature to achieve his goal. His ability to consistently execute these complex techniques under the immense pressure of a match is what makes him one of the greatest strikers in the history of the game. Each goal is a testament not only to his skill, but also to the predictable science that governs the flight of a football. He has turned the physics of a kick into an art form. Beyond his physical attributes, Cristiano Ronaldo possesses an almost supernatural ability to be in the right place at the right time. This skill, often called game intelligence or spatial awareness, is also deeply rooted in physics and geometry. He is constantly calculating trajectories, velocities, and angles in his mind. When a teammate prepares to cross the ball, Ronaldo is not just waiting in the box, he is analyzing the situation. He predicts the most likely path of the ball based on his teammate's body position and the location on the field. He then calculates the optimal run he needs to make to intercept that path at the perfect moment. This mental processing happens in fractions of a second. It is a complex calculation of time, space, and speed. Ronaldo must anticipate the movements of defenders, the flight of the ball, and the position of the goalkeeper. His success in the penalty area is a result of solving this dynamic geometric puzzle faster and more accurately than anyone else around him. His elite positioning, as identified by sports data analysts, is not luck. It is the result of a highly developed predictive model running in his brain, honed by thousands of hours of experience. He sees the geometry of the game unfolding before it happens. Modern technology has allowed us to visualize and quantify this incredible skill. Advanced tracking systems, using multiple cameras and sensors, can map every movement a player makes during a game. This data reveals the efficiency of Ronaldo's movements. Analysis shows that he often makes fewer runs than other forwards, but the runs he makes are far more effective. He conserves his energy for those decisive moments when a goal-scoring opportunity arises. This data-driven insight confirms what we see with our eyes. He is a master of economy of motion, applying his physical efforts with surgical precision where they will have the greatest impact. Ultimately, the physics of football is not just about power and speed. It is also about efficiency and intelligence. Understanding these principles can help any player improve their game. By studying how forces work, how objects move through the air, and how to anticipate geometric patterns on the field, players can make smarter decisions. They can learn to position themselves more effectively, conserve their energy, and execute techniques with greater precision. Cristiano Ronaldo is the ultimate example of this. He has combined a phenomenal physique with a brilliant football mind, using the laws of physics to dominate the sport for over 2 decades.